So, guys, random question for you. I've seen it on the internet everywhere. Who do you think would win in a fight between Bakugo and Reze or Reese's Pieces or whatever the fuck she's going by nowadays?
Reese's Pieces.
not even any of the two. The actual candy would win.
Being drowned in chocolate.
Now, me personally, yeah, I don't care if this is a hot take, and if people think it's a hot take, then fuck off. Which is a great thing to say 30 seconds into a podcast. I think Reze is winning this hands down because, as far as I'm concerned, you've got a fully trained Russian assassin who can explode versus a teenager.
Is it quite a hot debate then? Because to be fair, I feel like it is quite one-sided.
It's a hot debate because of Bakugo's rabid fan base. Because I've seen a bit of it because it's been a bit of a discussion since the movie came out last year. But the thing is that the sort of argument for Bakugo is because, from what we see, his quote unquote feats are better than Reze's. But what people don't understand about Reze is that she was not trying to kill Denji during her fight against him. She was like, the others absolutely wasted him, but she was purposely trying not to kill Denji. She was holding back the entire time. But even when she was holding back, she was still unbelievably powerful because she is basically the personification of the fear of bombs. Yeah, she could quite likely go nuclear if she's so well pleased, but she doesn't. I'm sorry, Bakugo cannot do that. Yeah.
Plus, she's pretty much invincible as well. Like, remember she literally threw her own head at people and blew up.
It's like
a grenade.
Unless Bakugo can rip his head off and throw it, he can't. He ain't winning this fight.
I'm pretty sure Bakugo can do that.
Bakugo can lose his head, but not in that sense.
I mean, I suppose in something like Bakugo might be faster. I'd probably say.
I wouldn't say that. I know there's a lot of people arguing Bakugo because he took on All For One and he was deciding factor, but I'm sorry, at the end of the day, he's still a teenager with a high school diploma, just about, fighting a Russian assassin. Yeah, he's a 16-year-old going against a 22-year-old who's trained to kill.
The other side of this, as pointed out by Mizu, is the battle. Not just she was holding back and not trying to kill Denji, but she was also just holding back in general, because hey, again, one, personification of explosions. Two, in the world of Chainsaw Man, demons are strengthened by the current strengthened or weakened by the current perception of the related item. If they are scared of bat, friggin' home run bat. If they've just recently seen a bunch of kills done by somebody with a bat, the baseball bat demon would be a lot stronger because there's a much more intense fear of the baseball bat.
That's just a hilarious thought of just a baseball bat demon. I don't know why. Just a thought.
We have a fucking tomato demon.
Yeah.
Nothing is off the table here. If someone fears it, it's a devil.
Who the fuck is scared of tomatoes?
I don't know. I don't know. Have you ever been?
By the way, that's not a genuine question. I'm not taking a fucking survey. I'm gonna.
Oh, I can give a logical answer to it. If you've ever been locked in a stockade and have tomatoes thrown at you, that you'd probably be heard of it.
Oh, all right, okay, yeah.
So, have an allergic reaction. Have an allergic reaction to tomatoes, and the only thing you've heard is the death verse. It's I have an allergic reaction. Now close my throat up and kill me.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously not a strong devil because Denji took it out with him and his dog. Essentially,
with his little dog too.
But not just, and Reze chose specifically a moment when they were for the combat that you see. She specifically chose a moment where they were having a fireworks show. So the fear was even more lessened by the fact that everybody was just like, oh, if there's an explosion in the distance, it's not, oh dear God, we're under attack. It's, oh, somebody just somebody's firing off fireworks somewhere.
Don't, it's all right. Someone's just firing off. Don't know what. Just someone's firing off in a corner.
Somebody's lowering property prices.
So, with that out of the way, hello everybody. Welcome to another episode of the podcast where we talk about life, gaming, geeking, and anime. Apparently, we've got quite a bit to talk about on this episode. We also have the return of Lazy Beats.
Hello.
He's back from his paternity leave.
Yeah, I'm back and with a new addition to the family. As Mrs. Arrow rightly said in a previous episode, is Baby Beats has joined the family, which I thought was awesome. I love that.
It's official.
Yeah, it's official now. When they'll be on the podcast is another question. They're a bit of a
hear a
diva
bunch
at
of
the moment.
groaning and griping sounds, then yeah, you can get
Well,
that.
it's still better opinions than a lot of the anime fan base.
The first words are going to be JJK is peak. That is all. Go about your day, peasants. I did joke about because I got first access to see the little child.
You paid for the pre-order bonus.
I got the pre-order bonus. I got the early access.
You got the 3 day early access.
Because I couldn't wait. I was impatient.
So anyway, speaking back to anime, apparently, because of my absence, I have been trying to catch up a bit. So yeah, I'm a bit behind schedule. So I don't know if I could just go through some of the things I've recently watched, and just you guys can let me know if I'm a bit behind, maybe.
Lazy, you will never be as far behind as me.
Yes, but yeah, if you can let me know if I'm still a bit behind or not.
Oh,
so,
yeah. Well, that's the thing. What we're gonna do on today's episode, on this episode, is we will go through a couple of things. Like we saw, three of us saw the Mario movie. Yeah, was it Retro actually saw something for a change? Some slight Pokemon news. We might talk. I think we're going to be talking about Crunchyroll awards, but we're also going to go through all the anime. We're also going to rank them on this episode as well. So you'll get your chance to sort of like say how you thought about the series and some of the episodes you've missed, and what notes you had for that. But the shows we'll be going through will be The Boys, because that's back. The Boys are back in town. Invincible, Fire Force and Hell's Paradise, because they're done with now. No JJK, because that's done with as well. And we will also be talking about Rooster Fighter and one of the newest ones that's this season, Daemons of the Shadow Realm. And I also have watched Witch Hat Atelier, but I'm the only one who's watched it, so we probably won't talk about that. But anyway, so like I said, Lazy, we're probably going to do a big roundup of some of the anime that we've watched.
I've just got a couple too, like questions, just to see where I'm at. So one of them is, I can't believe this, but like, did you see the episode where Goku turned Super Saiyan against Frieza?
You really are far behind. Like 30 years behind.
Or about the twist in Naruto. I can't believe Toby is Obito this whole time.
A lot of people still can't.
I don't know if I'm getting a bit closer to catching up, but yeah, that's where I'm at currently at the moment.
Hey guys, did you know that Mickey Mouse was on a steamboat? It's all right. You're not as far back as Retro. Retro ran into me before and went, "Did you know we're actually making animation?"
I just seen this recent show about Astro Boy.
Have you seen this new thing called color television?
It's like, have you seen this amazing thing in France called cave paintings?
So I think we might just get us started with the Mario movie, because me, Mizu, and Retro went and watched it over the weekend. Lazy
My
was
poor
not there.
caveman eyes couldn't handle the colors.
It was a good chance to tell Lazy what we thought of it, to be honest. But it's like,
yeah,
I don't know what to make of that film. It's not as good as the first. I don't think it's as good as the first, but it was
No.
like the pace was breakneck, man. It
If
went by so fast.
if I were to compare it to food, the first one was the first one was like, oh cool, this is a neat Whopper meal or whatnot, and suddenly this one was just like, oh god, I was like, oh god, Happy Meal, Vroom, gone.
Heard people compare it to an ADHD fever dream, and I feel like that is the
Yeah,
that
that's
was
very
apt
bang
description.
on. Yeah, it's very bang on that.
I feel like it's probably going to fit the target audience nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I don't know if maybe I'm beginning to show my age, but I feel like how my parents probably felt when they took me to see the Pokemon movie back in 1999.
What is this crap?
No, 'cause, like, I didn't think it was I didn't think it was bad, but my god, it's just like it's a lot. It's like
Like-
clockwork.
like I
It's like
said, it's
clockwork
just-
orange. My eyes are open.
Yeah.
And just like information.
You're just being
Just scream
assaulted
to me.
with like colors and shit going on, and it's just like they've got references flying at you at 1,000,000 miles an hour, but you don't have the film doesn't give you time to sort of have that nerdgasm of like, oh, that's the thing I play on. Oh, that's the thing I enjoy. No, it whizzes by so fast because it's like they go to because it's like set on Mario Galaxy. They go to one planet. And I noticed very briefly when they're on this planet, there's the old Nintendo 64 logo in the corner, but it was literally like, oh, that's it. Oh, bye. Okay, we're off.
Yeah, that's it. And there's like blink and you miss it cameos for Nintendo characters. Like you see Samus Aran's ship very briefly, and it's just like move on.
Yeah.
Captain Olimar's ship,
Yeah,
and it's like, hang on.
yeah. It's like
Literally, I had the time to go, hey, that's Olimar's ship, and gone.
yeah, and it's gone.
And it's gone.
It's like honestly, the whole movie is just like, hey, have you seen my Nintendo references?
Yeah. Just it was like a drive-by. It was like a drive-by referencing, and it's just like I'm trying to think. There was the funniest bit for me is because like we said, the film definitely knows its target audience, and it just felt more like a setup for a Nintendo cinematic universe than anything. And the funniest bit I found was we were in the cinema, and of course it's all full of kids, and it's Good Friday, and there's a part in it where Bowser has now gotten like he's back to normal size, but he's in this bee. He's how do I put this? He's a slave to bees. Yeah, he somehow gets captured.
He's in a
in
forced labor
prison.
camp.
He's in prison. Let's go with that.
He's building the bee railroad apparently, and then he starts to like they all ask him like, "Oh, have you got anybody back at home?" And then he starts talking about Princess Peach, and as he does, the Peaches song slowly starts to play, and it's like all the bloody visions of Peach starts floating around him, and you think he's about to break out into the Peaches song, and literally every child in that cinema just went, "Oh!" I was like, "Wow." Like even kids don't want to hear this damn song
anymore.
Jeez.
And then like I said, it just doesn't. There are some funny gags, but it doesn't sit there long enough for you to actually enjoy it.
For talking, I realised it's very much an actual kids roller coaster. There's no deep dives. There's no big ups. It's just kind of going with on a wobbly line for so many minutes.
It's like someone used the Invincible star to run through the script
Yes.
and just get to the other end. Someone like he got the Invincible star, did a line of meth, and then downed a can of Red Bull and went, "There's your film. Off you go. Render that motherfucker."
And it's hard to kind of put down like where and when it like which is the cause, as it were, because like there's three plot lines that are running through it. You're following Peach's plot line, Mario plot line, and then Bowser's plot line, and you're running through each of those. But at the pace that it goes, It's not luckily it's not overwhelming plot wise. It's just overwhelming with speed.
It sounds.
I think the
I had-
cause is basically that, like, after seeing how successful the first movie was, Nintendo were just like, yeah, we can kind of just like make this mid, and it's still going to make $1 billion. You know.
Well, they probably got so many good ideas that instead of trying to extend it into maybe 2 movies, they're just trying to like cram it all in one.
It's not even. But I wouldn't even call it ideas. It's like an hour and a half of just non-stop references.
Maybe they just got used to like the TikTok and like YouTube short algorithm where they're like, right, let's just get 6-second clips of like everything really cool and just cram it one.
Yeah,
one
well,
after another.
kind of, yeah. Honestly, they've definitely tried to play it to the like Gen Alpha
So the only way
generation.
to get their attention
All it was,
nowadays.
all it was missing is 6-7 jokes and Tong Tong Sahur, whatever the fuck that thing is.
And talking about Bowser having no Riz, that's all that was missing. The funniest bit is because I need to stop saying that. I've realised in all these recordings, I keep going. The funniest bit. When we were watching it, so basically the whole plot line is Rosalina has been kidnapped. I know, shocker, a princess has been kidnapped in a Mario game.
Spoilers.
But she gets kidnapped, and then one of her stars, is it Lunas?
Yeah,
Whatever they're
Lunas.
called. Yeah, this little star on fucking crack just crash lands into Princess Peach's. I was going to say domain. Then my brain's cooked.
Yeah.
Lands in her kingdom,
Expansion.
and then
Oh, sorry, we need to do an edit. We need to do an edit. Have the Luma as it arrive at Pidgey Castle, just like he's coming. Who's coming? Just cuts to Avengers Infinity War.
So yeah. Was it so? This little star thing lands, and they run over to go and see it. And I kid you not,
Both me and Jagger heard this. We both looked at each other like, wait, what?
It got up and went, "Oh, Princess Peach, I fucking found you."
I heard fuckily.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I fuckingly found you or something like that. Yeah.
And it's like, I've realised like a lot now, and I thought it was just me, but a lot of people watch stuff with subtitles now, and I'm like, Christ, do I wish I had the subtitles for that? Because you have not just said that in a room full of children.
Oh,
I think it's just
God.
because they kind of talk like babies a little bit, so it's like it's just obviously like kind of a little garbled.
And as well as, the way it arrives, it's not gentle. It promptly just like falls out the sky as a meteorite and slams face first into the earth and then gets up after, getting slapped a bit.
Maybe that's why we thought he's swearing, because he's bust his lip and knocked all of his teeth out.
Seeing as these things are basically, seeing as these things are essentially, miniature stars, it's honestly surprising it didn't like blow up the planet on impact.
Yeah. This poor thing thinking it's going looking for help and just lands like, oops, genocided a planet. Moving on.
Came in a little too hard on that one.
Woo.
That's the other thing. There are good moments. For all the disparaging stuff we have said, for it being a friggin' sugar rush of a visual aid, there is some good moments in there. It's just there's no sitting on it.
There's a part where so basically Rosalina's been gone and all of her little star like children are left on their own, and it cuts back to them and they are just causing absolute bedlam, and they're like wrecking shit, and like two of them are reenacting stuff from the first film. So one of them's dressed as Donkey Kong and one of them's dressed as Mario. I think it's Mario. And it cuts to two of them in the corner. See, this is what happens when you don't have a bedtime. I don't know why. I just thought that was funny. It's like, yeah, that's what it takes.
I think my favorite part of the film has to be Yoshi.
Yeah.
Yoshi's a fantastic character.
Played by Donald Glover of all things.
Yeah, but it works incredibly well.
Although
does Yoshi speak in it, or is he just doing his
No,
Yoshi
it is
sounds?
just literally Yoshi sound and Donald Glover making Yoshi sounds. No, but
What a
I don't know
job.
if it's just me. I don't know if it's just me, but like I can kind of hear him.
It's almost as funny as like Vin Diesel, doing the whole Groot sounds in it. Like what a job.
The funniest is when they got George Clooney in South Park and made him just bark. He was the dog in South Park.
Yeah.
Wolf. That's a go back.
There's a part in it where they go to a casino planet. There's a casino, some sort of casino thing.
Yeah.
And the look of dread I had when, because Peaches is trying to fight them all, and then she gets she gets one of the mushrooms that grows her big, and then she steps on a guy, and I'm like, holy fetish, Batman.
I hope this doesn't awaken something in me.
The first part is like immediately because I'm weird. The first part was like she stomps on him, and immediately I clocked that they'd cut off they'd visually cut off the bottom half, so you should see the knee go up and down, and I'm like, yeah, that's a good idea. Because you can guarantee someone out there will have cut and clipped that and got it on repeat.
Yeah,
And then she got the Mario mushroom, and all I could hear was, "My life has new meaning."
yeah, it's probably because they didn't do it more with that because we already saw Birdo 2 minutes earlier, and Retro was already at half mast.
God.
That was a very awkward viewing experience in the theatre.
Birdo.
It's like,
it's good thing we were sat in the back.
Birdo.
I'm so awake, I'm wired. So, yeah, basically, in short summary, basically, the Mario movie, was it Super Mario Galaxy movie, which, by the way, I think is really strange that they just went straight to Galaxy. Like, we didn't build up to this. It's okay. I personally don't think it's as good as the first one.
I would say it is inoffensive. I could definitely sit down and watch it several times over.
It slightly annoys me. It doesn't offend me. It doesn't make me want to post something on Twitter.
I've not forgotten it. I
didn't fall asleep to it.
I didn't fall asleep out of boredom. I didn't fall asleep out of some kind of political stance. I didn't fall asleep out of any sort of issues with the plot, and I've come away remembering the majority of it, which is one of the best things you can say about any sort of movie. Because you usually get like, I remember the beginning, a bit I found funny in the middle, and then the end, and everything in between is just kind of a blur.
But you fell asleep during Sonic 3 though, damn it.
There's a secret for that one.
That would be such a funny political way to fight against your enemies, Retro, if you just turned up and just slept.
Did nobody get the message Snorlax was making when he blocked off that street in Pokemon Red?
Yeah, it was a modern day Greta Thunberg. Yeah, sure.
It's not Donald Trump stopping the straight home news. It's a Snorlax.
Nah, Snorlax fighting against Trump.
Yeah. I just realised as well, like, that bit in Hell's Paradise where when they were fighting that Tenzin and they used the flashing torture method. That's what fucking Mario movie was. That's why Retro didn't fall asleep. It was just like they just played that as a torture. It was like, oh my god, colours and references.
When it was over, and I'm thinking like, holy shit, an hour and a half has passed by. It doesn't feel like that.
There was a part where I zoned out during that film because it was just, again, going by so fast. I just switched off. I think not as bad as I remember when we watched Transformers, which is the one with is it Age of Extinction? That was the one where I think I got, I don't know, I think I got an hour and a half into the film and everything left my body, my soul, my mind, my sense
respect
of
for Michael
purpose.
Bay.
Yeah. That wasn't there. That wasn't there to begin with. To be fair, I'd have to find respect to lose it. And it was just like, and I remember the exact moment where, like, I think it was Bumblebee was crashing some pterodactyl thing through a building, and I sighed and looked at my phone for the time, and I'm like, We've got another 45 minutes of this shite.
Mhm.
Is that not also the movie from which, when we went to watch like Godzilla in the IMAX,
Yes.
the trailer came up, it did all its fucking stupid bollocks, and at the end I sighed, didn't realize how loud I sighed, and it just echoed through the whole thing as they heard me go meh.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. And a whole cinema, just like a whole IMAX cinema, just literally fell out laughing because it was the most high octane trailer you could imagine. Like, it was proper Michael Bay. I'm on like 3 lines of Coke and like 10 on Monster Energy drinks kind of a trailer.
Yeah, and don't forget all of it's cut with gunpowder.
So before we move on,
Bash Michael Bay some more.
yeah.
Well, I have a movie I want to talk about.
I gotta say, the Mario movie. Lazy, you can't answer this, so sit on the bench for a bit longer. Mario movie, retro, peak, mid, or trash?
Mid. Mid lead towards peak.
Mizu,
Yeah, I'd probably say the same. Mid leading on peak. You know.
I'm just straight down the middle, mid. Like, just there we go, like bang on. Like, I'm just snuggled in mid for this film. So, what was the film you want to talk about before we move on?
Yeah. So what was it? While I was away over Easter, I finally watched Dune.
Oh,
part
I've been
one.
told to keep watching.
Part
I've
one.
been told to watch that.
Yeah.
Dune, the like Dune for sand, the kind of thing.
Yeah, no, because people keep saying it's called June, but that sounds like I'm saying June the month. You know, but it's like, so I'm just like, I've got to say Dune.
Yeah,
Dune.
Dune. That does
Yeah,
sound-
Dune.
I can't say
Yeah,
that
no.
without sounding derpy. I keep going, Dune,
Dune.
Dune,
Oh, what's Dune?
Dune.
But yeah, it's just like, because my brother had been insisting I watch it for ages, and I was like, whatever, you know. And to be honest, that's my reaction is still the same upon
Yeah.
watching it. Because right, I'm going to sound like a little Neanderthal, but it's basically just like I like my style, I like my sci-fi with more laser swords and space battles.
He likes his science fantasy, not his science fiction.
I
it's
don't like Dune. There's too much sand. It gets everywhere.
No, honestly, because it's like they did first Star Wars. There's no Jedi. They never leave Tatooine, and the whole thing is just political conversation.
So Star Trek.
Oh, God.
Kinda.
But we're not. But like on a planet
Yeah,
constantly.
it's very old school sci-fi
Yeah.
where everything has to be like everything has to be deeply explained. Everything has to have deep meaning to it, which is like that's fine and all, but like I remember it's like over 2.5 hours long. I remember getting to the end of it, and without going into too much spoilers if you want to watch it, but it basically ends with this like knife fight, which isn't that dramatic, I suppose. I think it's supposed to be, but it's not really.
Mm.
And then it just kind of ends after that. And I'm thinking like, I know obviously there's a part 2, so that's why I'm like not like, oh, this is fucking dumb. Why is it ending it there? But at the same time, it's just like, oh, is that it? You're just ending it there, not even like on a cliffhanger. It's like it just ends. It's just like just there.
There's
I thought
there's
you
a
were going to say,
friend.
"Where's my fucking lightsabers?"
Yeah, yeah, no, because
I want to talk about midichlorians.
yeah, because they do have some, obviously the film is like fantastically shot, everything, so not shitting on it or anything, but I'm just bored. I'm just fucking bored.
I was expecting you to say like, oh, it's beautifully shot. I'm not shitting on everything. It's just shite.
Yeah, it's just sand everywhere.
There's a friend of mine that when she hears what you think of Dune, she will hunt you down.
Yeah, I know. I fully admit I'm making a lot of enemies here.
I too have a friend who also, after he managed to pull a me and talk about it for 3 hours of Dune to me, I can also tell he would also help her hunt you down.
She will give you the conquest Mark Grayson treatment, which we'll get onto in a bit. But moving on from that, what do you want to talk about? Do you want to talk about was it the new Shall we talk about the Crunchyroll awards and which ones? Where am I looking? Which ones are up for Anime of the Year? Should we talk about that?
I know that we obviously have new things to talk about, but I still kind of want to glaze G. I still kind of want to glaze JJK.
Yeah, no, we can
You
get
know?
to that. We can get to that in a minute. But
You know, I've not opened my mouth to receive it enough yet. You know, I'm ready to spit on that thing.
it's like your knees aren't sore yet. I can keep going. I can keep going, Daddy. So the Crunchyroll Awards are fast approaching us, and well, I suppose we'll just have a quick chat about the nominees for the Anime of the Year, which are Gachi Akira, Dandadan Season 2, Apothecary Diaries Season 2, the My Hero Academia Final Season, The Summer That Hikaru Is it Hikaru? Yeah, The Summer That Hikaru Died, and Tokapi's Original Sin. Christ, I'm too tired and dyslexic for this fucking list. Wow. That was a brain teaser for me. Now, we've already kind of discussed this outside of the pod, but personally, I think it's going to be Tokapi's Original Sin that's going to win it, in all honesty. And I'll be surprised, to be honest, I think it should win it. I'm kind of predicting it will win it, but I wouldn't be surprised if people voted other ways, but it should really be Tokapi's Original Sin.
Yeah.
Bear in mind, I have watched near enough everything on this list apart from Apothecary Diary. Fuck my life, I'm going to kill myself. Make a simpler name. Oh,
No, you had it right. You had it right the first time.
No, it's given up. I had one. Like Spider-Man says, everybody gets one. I'm calling it Apocalypse Diaries. Okay, that's it. That's the name of the show now.
I remember it. I remember how to say it due to a vocal stem I heard from somewhere else, which shows that, you know, I need an apothecary.
But like I said, I've not watched Apocalypse Diary. I have, saying that though, I have watched only the first part of Tokapi's Original Sin, and that was because holy shit, do you need to be in the right mood to watch that?
Yeah. I've not watched it. I've seen, obviously.
Shall I give you guys, because you guys haven't watched it, and I don't know if anybody on the pod. Sorry, not anybody on the pod. There's only 4 of us. See, let's say I'm losing my mind already. I don't know if anybody else
and my
listening.
4 voices.
I don't know if anybody else is listening has seen it or not. But do you want me to give you a rundown of what I saw on the first episode?
I remember you telling me about it a while ago while it was on, and it's like I know it's like a very dark and depressing series, and that's why I've not bothered with it, because I can't be bothered with that shit.
I'll give you a quick Rick Jagger Jones rundown of it. So
Mine's the jokes, I imagine, because
yeah, probably will be. So I'd heard about this show, and I heard that the manga was like really successful, and I heard that it was somewhat dark. So I was like, you know what? I'll give it a go. I'll give it a crack. You know, it seems like a fun time. And press play on Crunchyroll, and the first thing I'm greeted to is, if you feel sensitive towards self-harm and suicide, please be warned before you watch. I'm like, great start. Yeah, is this a Disney production? And then it starts, and there's this, I think it's a young girl. And she's just at school. She's kind of looks a bit scruffy. And this weird pink alien pops up, and it looks like a squid. No, not squid, an octopus even. And this octopus has been sent to the planet to create happiness and joy. So it attaches to this young kid, and he spends like the first part of this episode is he's trying every day to make this kid feel happy, and this kid is just miserable. It's still sort of humouring this little octopus thing, and goes like, "All right, come with me. Like, I'll show you my, what I do every day." And apparently, the mum and the dad aren't around very much, so this kid is basically latchkey. So goes over, meets the dog. The dog's all wonderful. Dog's all great. Like, this dog's my only friend. Yada yada yada. And then, what was it? This kid is late home from school, so this octopus is like, oh, where is he? I wonder where he's gone. And then the kid turns up completely battered and bruised because he's got into a fight, and he's holding the dog's collar. And I was like, oh no. I should have stopped this at the opening titles. And then the octopus is like, oh, where did your dog go? The kid doesn't answer. The kid
And
then
then with the
walks
moment,
home.
Jagger Jones knew he fucked up.
This is a moment that, like, oh no, comedy might lose in a minute. And this octopus sort of like goes to look for this kid, goes home and says, oh, like, do you want to come out and play? Do you want to come out and play? Opens his shutters, and the kid is hanging from the ceiling.
Oh
my God.
And I was like, that's enough for a Saturday morning. I'm going to maybe leave that.
While you're eating your bloody cereal.
Yeah. So, yeah, I've just not, like I said, it's I've not had a chance to watch all 6 episodes. Like I said, you need to be in the right mood to watch that. But I do just
need a therapist as well, probably.
Oh yeah, good therapist. Yeah. I don't think we've been sponsored by BetterHelp yet, have we?
I don't sponsored anyone yet.
No.
You can change that by liking and subscribing.
But yeah, out of all of them, I do think it's going to be. But, and I say that knowing, like, I love Dan the Dan season 2. I love the final season of My Hero Academia. I think we need to check out the summer Hikaru died, because apparently that's a horror romance. How that works is beyond me, but. And we've started to run out of anime to watch this season, so we might have to give that a go and just see what we think of it.
See, the thing is that there's a lot.
No. Oh God.
You okay? there's a lot of obviously strong contenders for anime of the year from 2025, but the thing is that it's going to be My Hero. It's going to be My Hero because the thing is that it's community voted for anyway, and if last year was any sort of indication how Solo Leveling beat out Free Run, you know, it's just like it's a no-brainer, you know.
I'm quite surprised that Solo Leveling won it over Free Run because everybody loves Free Run.
Are you really? Because this is the thing is that the majority of
because I like Solo Leveling. I got you guys. Solo Leveling.
I like it, but the thing is that it's not. While Free Run is the more critically acclaimed series, Solo Leveling is appeals more to the basic instinct of living, isn't it? You know, it's like more people enjoy, just like hype action than deep storytelling. You know,
it's the Mario movie all over again. Please give me that. Please give me that flashing torch and loud music.
That's exactly right. It's like Mario movie. You know, is going to it's probably going to make billions this year, but when it's objectively not that great. But then there's probably going to be some small indie film that critics will absolutely adore and fawn over, and that will just like earn a fraction of that, a fraction of that. You know.
What do you think, Lazy, out of them? Because to be fair, I think you've only seen 2 out of that list.
Yeah, I was going to say I've not got much of an opinion considering I don't know more than half of them.
Yeah.
But
what?
My Hero as well, like Mizu said, it's got to be. I mean, Dan the Dan's brilliant again as well. That's probably going to be in top 5, I think.
Yeah.
But it's got to be My Hero, especially with it being the season finale as well. It's absolutely brilliant.
What do you want to do? Do you want to talk about the Pokemon champions? Because I know you had issues with that, Mizu, or Gamescom, or shall we just get into the shows?
Oh, I'll touch briefly on Pokemon Champions because at the moment there's not a massive amount to say for it because basically they fumble it. They just fucking fumbled it. It's straight up. Yeah, clearly, I don't know. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking. Because...
I don't know why the way you said that, like intentionally, it's like was it the Buzz Lightyear thing? No, I'm not flying. I'm falling with style.
Because here's the thing, right? Because it's obviously a live service game, so stuff is going to get rolled out to it over time. So some things can kind of be forgiven. Because obviously it's just like, well, I wasn't expecting it to launch with all 1,020 odd Pokemon, however how many there are at this point. Stuff like that. I wasn't expecting it to launch with all the features in it. But um, the thing is, it's just like it's launched in such a sort of bare bones state that it's just like it's not gonna. Yeah, it'll draw people in because who doesn't love Pokemon, but at the same time, it's like it's not going to keep people around unless they kind of fix these issues very, very quickly. There's a lot of like fucking gouging in it. The fact is like, it's like because you only have like 30 spaces for your Pokemon DLC, so which is taken up by the team that forces on you at the start, and you can't get rid of them on it anyway. So you really, if you want to get more Pokemon, you basically got 24 more slots, which isn't enough unless you pay £6 for the starter pack, which gives you another 50 spaces, and that's it. But then it expects you to pay a premium membership if you want more teams and more space, which is like £4 a month or something like that, or 40 quid a year, which isn't terrible, but but that's only depending on it's like if like Marvel Rivals wanted you to pay £4 a month, on top of paying for the battle pass, which you also have to pay for.
I'd pay £4 a month for Sue Storm, to be honest. I'd probably pay more than that actually. Just saying.
Well, it's like, unless Gardevoir gets sexy skins in this, I don't think anyone's going to really want to do that.
Oh Christ! That'd be opening up to a whole new fan base. I gave it a try before before we joined on the pod, and the thing I found most irritating is the tutorial, because I find every Pokemon game's tutorial overwhelmingly condescending. And it's like, this is a game I've been playing since I was fucking 8.
That's it, because they obviously have to treat every Pokemon game like it's somebody's first game, because it always is. Although, God forbid you're starting with this one, though. But again, it's just like they have to understand that there's people who've been playing this for 30 odd years at this point. For love of God, let us skip. Let us skip if we so wish. Because it is condescending as hell being told like this is how you throw a Pokeball. It still has potential down the line, but they need to like hurry up and get some more stuff out there. Because I mean, it's like the fact that there's no single player content is depressing. So you on top of everything that you expect that he wants you to pay for, that you also have to pay for the online subscription. At the moment you only got single and double battles, but you can't even use your full team of Pokemon.
Can you not team up with like people online?
Nope, you can't. You can't do TV2 battles, which is very disappointing, because it's like people have said, fucking Pokemon Coliseum and Pokemon Battle Revolution from over a decade ago, 20 years ago, and at this point, had more features than this game did.
So with that out the way, shall we? Because they're not exactly anime, but shall we talk about The Boys and Invincible?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I've not had the time to watch The Boys yet. I was going to watch it before when I was on my team, but I watched Invincible first, and then when I saw that The Boys was over an hour long, I realised I didn't have time to do that before we recorded.
No, I'm not gonna lie, he's not one of the boys.
No, he's definitely not one of the boys. No. He's on Homelander's side. Off you fuck. So I'm kind of annoyed. I'm kind of annoyed that like, because of some of these shows that just like they've like premiered, but they do 2 episodes straight away. Because I was like, oh, I'm happy The Boys is back, and then I went to load it up, and I'm like, fucking 2 episodes. I've barely got enough time for the shows I do want to watch myself.
I feel like they used to roll it with a 3 episode now, so they're even cutting back with that now.
Yeah.
It's also a lot of people wonder like, why are they releasing all these at the same time? Because it's just like they're just fighting for each other.
I saw an interview with the guy who does The Boys, and he said they'd already pretty much written out season 5 under the assumption of like what was it, just before Trump got voted in, and they were saying like, oh, wouldn't it be funny what would happen if he was in? What would a fascist America look like? And then when he did get voted in, they were like, well, shit.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy actually, because Daredevil, I think Daredevil has the same thing.
Yeah,
the fighting a fascist system with all the he's established his own task force that is going up and rounding people up illegally.
I might have to remove this little bit, or I'll keep it. But it's funny you say that, because my missus, she's a big fan of Daredevil. She absolutely, like, one of all the Marvel shows, that's her favorite. She loves watching it. and it's so funny because the AVTF that's in it, she doesn't bother calling them that anymore. She just calls them ice.
Yeah, it's scary how like because they were already in the first season of Born Again Daredevil before
Yeah.
it kind of blew up with the whole ice in America, so
So
it's even more crazy.
But
instead of talking about the boys, should we just talk about Daredevil? Because I'm all caught up on Daredevil. Is
I also-
everybody
Well, there's
caught
so
up
much
on
good stuff
Daredevil?
that happens in the boys though. But yeah, if you've not
Shall
seen
we
it,
shall we leave the boys for the next pod and then we'll talk about it
Yeah,
then? Yeah,
sure.
because we all know Daredevil. I've not written any notes on Daredevil, but we'll try and piece it together. But I'm gonna say like Daredevil season 2, Daredevil Born Again season 2 is leagues above the first.
oh god, yeah.
It is
Well,
so much better.
Well, I think this season has the benefit of not having to be rewritten.
Yeah.
Like season because obviously the production for season 1 was a bit of a mess where they'd done it all and then had to like scrap it all, and then you can see some bits of it were kept, so it was a bit inconsistent. Season 1, it had its moments definitely, but it was just like
I
a bit
missed
all over
it,
the place.
Joe.
Even then.
Every time it returns, it does remind me how much I love it and how much I loved it when it started back in Marvel times with original Daredevil. But yeah, I'm glad
Yeah.
like it's bloody brilliant.
It's kind of funny because I remember hearing about Charlie Cox when he went watching Spider-Man No Way Home in secret, and he was really disappointed because like nobody like reacted to his cameo.
Oh
in
yeah,
that, which is like complete opposite of
No.
like 'cause I was complete opposite of how I felt when I watched it. I was losing my mind.
I remember watching that with
Crazy.
my I remember watching that again with my missus, and then when he walks in and sits down, she lost her absolute shit. She was like, "Oh!" She was
Yeah,
like,
it's
"It's
like-
Matt Murdock!"
It's like people have forgotten like how good like the Netflix Daredevil show was, so I'm kind of hoping, because I feel like it's kind of a given that he's going to be in the next Spider-Man film as
I hope he
well,
is.
and I'm hoping that people have a bigger reaction to it now that we've had Daredevil Born Again.
I think as well because I'm looking forward to that new Punisher special that's coming out in May as well, because the Punisher is one of my favorites. It was so funny because there's a part where I think Karen is talking to Matt, and she's talking about like she's sort of on the similar lines of the Punisher of just like yeah maybe we should. And I kept thinking of that bit in Man of Steel where young Clark turns around and goes like about that kid's on the buzz, and he's just like, should I just let him die? And his dad turns around and goes, yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
I was exactly that. I was thinking like, you know what? I know an eye for an eye makes people go, an eye for an eye, the whole world goes blind. But it's like, yeah, but some people need blinding. Do you know what I mean? Like, there are some people that I'm sorry that just need to be taken out. Like, there is no amount of like rehabilitation that is going to help some of these fuckers. Yeah,
like how many times
that's
did they
it.
give Kingpin like let him get off and everything? Now it's like 6th time round, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like not even cholesterol is killing that bastard. Like, do something. And it's like, has everybody like probably spoilers ahead? Has everybody watched? Is it episode 4, the latest one?
Yeah, I've watched it.
No, I've not seen it.
Okay.
I can't get into it now. But there's like, there's basically everything that Fisk is doing is kind of like biting him in the arse. And I said to my missus like, try not to give too many spoilers away, but I said, Fisk is an angry guy already, and he's already sort of like got a temper, but could you imagine him vengeful? That'll be terrifying. I kind of want to know who it's the guy who plays Shaggy from Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, that's what I was like, oh my god, Shaggy.
Yeah, I kind of want to know
Shaggy?
I want to know what his deal is. It's like bloody hell, you've changed since you've got sober, Shaggy. I put down the weed, Scoob. Can't do a Shaggy voice.
All I can think of is like Barry in American Dad, like when he stops taking his meds, he becomes a sociopath.
Yeah, that's what Shaggy is without the weed. He's like, yeah, Scoob. I now run guns for the dark, for the black market now.
And I kill kids in a fursuit.
Also, I know this is like probably a random thing to say, but like I like Karen and Matt's relationship in this one. I like the fact that we're not fucking about with a will they won't they, like they've just straight
Yeah.
together and stuff like that. And I'll tell you now, one of my most hated characters in this fucking season is that fucking therapist.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I wish Muse would have gutted her like a goddamn fish. Like, do you know what's more annoying? Not only is she a bit of a wet wipe, she is a fucking terrible therapist.
An idiot.
That's what grinds my gears the most, is she is fucking terrible at therapy.
Yeah.
There's a lot of setup in what I think is it like episode 3. It's kind of making it suggest that she herself is going to end up becoming Muse.
I kind of want that. That would be interesting.
That would at least be interesting.
I mean,
you know?
it won't make me like the character, but
No.
I mean, you know.
Well, at least this is something, I guess.
This is something. I love the cinematography in this this season as well, which won't mean anything to anybody, but like I love the camera tilt. I love when he's zeroing in on somebody, and it goes from like the letterbox format to winding up on your entire TV screen and going to
That
like
was
almost like fisheye lens.
yeah. Didn't they do that right at the beginning? That was so cool. That
Yeah.
when it was on the boat, Daredevil was on the boat.
The only thing
I
is,
also
though,
like
is
the
it's
head,
like...
yeah, the head tilting as well.
Oh yeah. The only thing is as well is it's like when he's you've not seen episode 4, but there's a bit in episode 4 where he's trying to pinpoint Poindexter, and this guy sort of like not insinuates, like kind of hints to where he could live, and I understand that Daredevil has like super hearing, but he pinpoints like where he lives 2-3 streets down the road. I'm like, come the fuck on. Yeah, like no. Like I'm all for disbelief when we're all superheroes and shit, but like no, you can't do that. It's like, oh, I can hear somebody 3 counties away have it taking a shit. It's like that's not how sonar works. There's not a poor bat sat in the corner going like, I can hear someone taking a piss in Brazil. When he was in college, he had to wear earmuffs because he was in the room next to Foggy. He's like, you don't want to hear that slapping noise.
With how much he can hear, it's honestly amazing. He's not become like Hal Mayer in Fire Force. It's like I've heard the collective unconsciousness.
Matt, where did you get a Burger King crown from?
My only thing with it is, I mean, we're only like a few episodes into it, but I was kind of hoping at the end of like season 1 that we were going to get a hint of like other vigilantes being in it. 'Cause I know Jessica Jones is slated to be in the season. Obviously, we don't know if anything.
I honestly
we don't
can't
know.
wait.
We don't know if like Luke Cage or anyone like that supposedly in it or not. But
I'm hoping that Danny Rand was on that boat that sank.
I can't imagine being on it.
I can, and it makes me happy.
Being on the show.
If he can bring his girlfriend, was it I cannot remember her name, the girl who had the sword.
Yeah,
the one
she
who
can
took
come
over.
back.
She was
absolutely.
the one to take over the Iron Fist as well, wasn't she?
Yeah, she can come back. Danny Rand can stay fucking drowning. I want Luke Cage to come back as well because I did like Luke Cage.
Absolutely, yeah.
Still, I'll tell this quick story and then like you can fit it, do your wrap up on Daredevil. But like it always, my missus loved like the Jamaican accent because she just loved the way they talk. I remember like her favorite moment is when they're stood by the window and this guy turns around and says, "You really dislike Luke Cage? Why?" And then what's his name? Was it like
Bushmaster?
Bushmaster. He turns around and goes. He looks out the window overlooking the club and goes, "'Cause him exist." And my missus just loves the broken English of what they talk about. So I kept trying to imitate the accent, and it just suddenly devolved into Geordie. So I was like, season 2 of Luke Cage, and he's rather pissed off like.
No, you sound like a Geordie, like Big Brother announcer.
Yeah, so it's sort of like. Was it? I can't tell. Was it? I don't think I'm allowed to say where I work. I can't say where I work, but people probably piece it together when I say this. But I've always said when we go to leave the company, they should be greeted by Ant and Dec, and they should be like, "Let's take a look at your time in the jungle." So with Daredevil out the way, shall we talk about Invincible and how many episodes have we watched of Invincible? Retro, shut the fuck up.
Well, I think we discussed the first 3 episodes, didn't we?
Yeah, I think we'll
last
skip.
time. So we've got the.
I was going to say skip 4 because I don't
I
remember
don't know. I
much
don't know.
of 4.
I kind of want to briefly talk
Oh,
about
okay then.
4 because a lot of people have kind of disliked it because they've missed the point of it. That's it. But no, actually, I thought like it was a fun sidetrack. Yeah, let's go to hell for a day.
I'm not going to lie. Not going to lie. That fucking fire demon woman. Hear me out. Hear me out. It's worth my dick pill.
Yeah,
It's worth
yeah.
the burning in my piss.
If you could put a bag over her head without it setting on fire, maybe. But you know.
No. As her
bet she's
natural
good.
beauty, I will take her. She is hot in every sense of the word.
But just sort of a weird thing is just like, okay, we got all these demons, but for some reason they're all dressed like Tron characters. And then you got Satan is this like little Yoda-looking guy,
Little goblin.
and then when he gets his powers back, he suddenly turns into this giant ripped dude with I don't know why he's like jaws like open like that.
He just
That's fucking weird.
He just looks like he belongs in a Dragon Ball universe, like the first Dragon Ball universe. He doesn't look like a Dragon Ball.
I thought he looked like when his mouth opens up like that. He makes me think of those, when Rick parties with those like sadomasochist demons, and they're all ripped apart and they just love pain. But I do like the fact that he went from
Morty Jr. Morty's son.
I do like the fact that he went from this like crotchety sort of like angry Yoda, like I need my powers back, and then when he transforms, it's like fucking look at me, I'm tasty, I've got abs. Look at me pecs. I don't know why he's gone really northern. Apparently, to me, he turned into a northerner.
I think my two sort of favorite bits about that episode are like one where like they summon Mark to hell, and then like Mark's like, "Oh, who's that guy?" And like that's Satan, and then like as soon as he says that, it's on sight. He's like there, literally, just like says, "So no, hang on, what? You want me here to fight Satan, didn't you?" It's like no.
What the hell, Satan?
I do kind of like Mark's just sort of underreaction to it all, because he's like, "You're in hell," and he's like, "Have you seen my life for the last 3 years? This is a weekend getaway. This is Butlins, motherfucker."
And the other bit I love is where they're falling down the like seemingly endless hole.
Oh yeah.
That bit goes on for way too long, but it goes
on way too long, but it's still funny.
It's almost like the Family Guy jokes, when they just drag them on for too long. It's like, right, okay, yeah, we get it.
I'm really disappointed we didn't get to see him fight Cerberus. Like, it's all like, you can start like this, like, I think we said this on the last episode, but I'm not overly keen on the art style of this show. It's very Saturday morning cartoon. It's very Ben 10, but also on the same sort of side, Ben 10 was a lot better animated. It had more frames per second than Invincible sometimes.
Well, it's funny you mention it, because I found out something about that just today, actually. Because I didn't realise that was it Robert Kirkman, after season 1, he decided to then do all the animation for it in-house. So they have a much smaller team than they did for the original season. That's why it hasn't really looked that good since kind of season 1.
Have we got like sort of like almost like anime studio problems where it's just like, I'm gonna get 3 animators to try and do everything?
But pretty much, yeah, because someone sort of like redid one of the scenes with like better VFX to it and like shared it online, and one of the animators from the show commented, it says like, "Oh yeah, we would have loved to have done it like this, but unfortunately like our VFX team only has like 4 people."
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got like 1,000 shots to do. So it's like if we had like 10 people, yeah, we could probably get it to look like that, but it's like we don't have the fucking production staff. And I'm like, fucking come on Amazon, fucking get a fucking bigger team, add some people, fuck's sake. Yeah.
They were planning to. They were going to use AI.
Ugh.
From what I've heard, is the guy who runs it, I can't remember his name, the showrunner, is also trying to run it like not an animation, like not a cartoon. He's trying to run it like a TV show, like a live action TV show, which is why they're running into production problems. Which I remember, what was it? Someone I'm a fan of, Danny Motta, was saying like he got really annoyed because everybody's saying, no, we want more content out. We don't want to wait years for this stuff to come out. And I'm kind of with Danny where I'm like, you know what? I don't mind waiting a bit longer so then we can have like, because to me personally, and I know people will kick off about it, I think animation's really important. Like, it will take me out if something looks clunky because I can't take it seriously. Yeah, could you imagine if, was it Sukuna versus Maharaga was done on paint? Yeah, or like, you know, I decided to do the whole thing on CapCut and just threw a few PNGs around. It wouldn't have the same impact.
Honestly, it's a testament to Mappa because that episode was notoriously rushed and it still was incredible.
It's still insane.
Yeah.
It's like, this is not even my final form. I was fighting at, was it 20% of my power?
It's like that episode was probably done by 5 guys in a basement somewhere.
I wondered where you were going with that. It was done by 5 guys.
Yeah.
It was by 5 guys in a basement over the course of a video over a weekend, and it still looked incredible. You know?
Those people now have 5 different skin tones because the ink's bled into their skin.
I've got a 5 guy joke that I can't really put in this pod. I'll have
That's
to tell
it.
you afterwards.
I mean, yeah, it's painful having to wait like a couple of years for something to continue. I mean, it's like a Demon Slayer at the minute, because obviously we had Infinity Castle Part 1 last year, and we're going to have to wait till next year before Part 2 is. But after seeing Part 1 and how incredible that was, it's just like, yeah, okay, let them cook.
Yeah.
But then there's some extent, like, I know this is different not to anime, but like, look at Stranger Things, like that fucking last season took forever, didn't it?
Yeah,
4,
and then it
5
ended
years.
up like fumbling.
I have some experience with that as a Kingdom Hearts fan.
I think with video games and animation, it's a different sort of story. So when live action ones take forever, then you get kind of the whole disjointed thing about them, especially with Stranger Things, where it's just like, oh, they look like they're in the 20s now.
Yeah.
Should we briefly talk about episode 5 and then we can get on to anime, apparently. I'll be honest, I didn't take notes for episode 5, and I should have done. I don't know why I didn't. But the only bits I remember, like, mostly from episode 5 of Invincibles is watching Debbie confront Omni-Man when he was just like, whoopsie, I done killed people, but I love you. And it's like, nah, fuck off.
I fucked a grasshopper, but I still love you.
Yeah. And it's like,
Not just that, but also, you know, don't forget she saw the video where he describes her as a pet.
Yeah. And,
it's like,
and I love the whole twist of just like,
relationship. That's insulting.
And he's like, no, love, no, I've changed. I don't see you like a pet. And she was like, no, but you went and shagged someone else. No, now she was the pet. She was my she was my pet fly. She only lived for a day. It's fine.
My side piece meant nothing.
But
here's the son. Here's the son from the side peak. You look after him. How long have you been looking after him?
But I think it's I like the fact that, like, I know, like, she like breaks a knuckle on his chest, but I like the fact that, like, despite the fact that Debbie has no powers, she literally can't fight back, she was brave enough to go like, no, I'm gonna twat this fucker for everything he's put me through.
She did more damage to him than fucking the Immortal did.
Emotional damage. But then I think the biggest part of this episode was the fight with the Viltrumites, which is funny because it's just like, oh, the war has started now. Yeah, they got ambushed, and then Mark's brother shoots down to the planet, and the whole fight with I'm kind of mixed feelings about the fight with Mark and Conquest, because the animation let it down. All I kept thinking was, wow, if Mappa did this, yeah, this would be the best fight in the whole season.
If a fully staffed team did this, it'd be amazing.
But it was just the fact that the thing that I found underwhelming, there wasn't a lot of punches thrown. It was just Mark trying to get Conquest to climax through choking. through the entire fight, and he's like holding on, like, oh, why aren't you erect yet? And then we get
it takes some time. Get me some Viagra.
And then we get to the point where, like, it was kind of funny because like he punches Mark through the gut, which that seems to be Conquest's thing. And I was talking to Mizu with it about this after, was it just before the pod? And I was laughing because I was like, so he punched Eve through the gut. She's now pregnant. Does that mean Mark's pregnant now? Is he carrying Conquest's baby? And then Mark's
That
on
is a
top of
horrifying concept.
and then
That is terrifying.
Well, he definitely rearranged Mark's guts. I could say that.
yeah, getting onto that. He's on top of Conquest, squeezing him, waiting for him to say the safe word, and Conquest then like starts pulling his guts out, which I was like, oh, okay, but he just. It's like his stomach was like Mary Poppins' bag. Like he just kept pulling and pulling. I'm like,
it's like he's like
Ollie.
unwrapping a Christmas present, or like it's like one of those. It's like one of those gags, you know, when a clown pulls out one of those coloured, like, and it just keeps going and going and going. Like, how many intestines has Mark got?
I mean, quick biology lesson for you folks. You know, the human intestines is several meters long. It's a lot longer than you think it is. It's like there's a lot compacted into there. Than you think it is. But it's just like I can't think of any other thing I've ever seen where someone has like accurately depicted that, and kind of glad I didn't really, because Lord knows that was fucking disgusting to watch.
Was anyone just screaming at the TV, just like "fucking die already"?
I was eating, and I'm glad I wasn't eating spaghetti.
Yeah, don't spaghetti bolognese, no.
I was just like, it just kept going and going and going and going. I'm like, right, seriously, stop now. This is like a Conway Twitty Family Guy joke now. Like, yeah, I've thrown up already.
Clip at me and just loop it constantly, so he's just pulling out his guts for like an hour straight.
I did think my internet had frozen and it was on repeat.
I've seen a clip where someone's done the opposite. It's like oh, Conquest helps put his friend's organs back in.
It reminded me of that, you know, those prank videos you see on Facebook where somebody's like climbing up a tower and they go like, oh, wait to see what he sees at the top, and it's not, it's just a looped footage. And he just keep climbing. I thought that was what this was going to be. It's like, oh, you'll never guess what Conquest finds at the bottom of Mark. And we're still there 6 weeks later. But
imagine if he had got to the bottom of Mark, just pulled the colon out. Oh shit!
Well, he can keep digging through there, but he ain't gonna find a personality.
But the funniest is when like he finally kills like Conquest, and Oliver and Nolan land and see him, and Mark and Conquest are in that crippled face, and all I kept thinking was like, Dad, I need a Band-Aid.
All I could think of is that South Park clip of the pizza episode, and it's just like, kill me.
There's also a split second of me like, it was. The problem is like, not only was it grotesque, is you know there's some bullshit way he survives it.
Yeah.
There's
he's a vulture
show.
Yeah, well, I didn't know this occurred to me, but apparently Viltrumites actually do have some sort of healing factor. They're almost like Self and Dragon Ball, where basically as long as their heart and brain are intact, they can kind of regenerate from most like wounds. Which kind of begs the question of how the hell like Conquest lost an arm and an eye.
Yeah.
There's a massive scar across his. What the fuck hit him so hard that he couldn't recover from that.
Apparently Viltrumites suffer from plot convenience. I think that's their major skill. It's just whatever the plot decides.
Well, that's kind of the thing, because people have been bitching about the power scaling in Invincible recently.
I've got to agree.
And it's just like, people seem to forget that like people do whatever they fucking want in cartoons and anime at the whims of the person who's fucking making it.
Well, but the thing is though, is because apparently the comic books, it's not as sort of as intense as it is. Was it in the Amazon TV show? Because apparently there is gore in it, but it's very tame, and they use it at the right time to like kind of like bring the point of like, oh, this is how bad shit is. So from what I've heard, Mark in the comic books does kind of live up to his name, Invincible. That's why when stuff like this happens, it's more of a shock. Whereas in the TV show, it's like, oh, Mark's lost his gut again.
Yeah, that's it. The whole Invincible thing
Oh.
is kind of treated as a joke in the
Oh,
cartoon.
what was it? Oh, we're going to have this dilemma about Mark killing someone. Didn't he kill someone 3 weeks ago? No, but this one's important somehow.
This one
So,
means something to him.
so do we have anything more on Invincible, or shall we get to our anime now?
Yeah, we've got like 40 minutes left. We should probably start
Yeah.
talking
They
about it.
sucked!
I think what we'll do is we'll go through some of
I'm
them.
joking.
We'll go because we're kind of ranking them anyway. We'll go through instead of doing a big ranking at the end like we have done in previous episodes. Because we're ranking the entire season, I think we'll just rank it as we're going along. So I think we'll start with what we would consider the trash of the season. And I'm going to head and speak for everyone because this is a dictatorship. My Hero Vigilantes can go fucking rot.
So has it not
That's
got
a
any
bit
better for you
extreme,
then?
but... What was that, Lazy?
Has it not got any better for you then? So since your
Oh,
previous review?
no. No.
I've not seen the last episode yet because they still haven't dubbed that, but I've watched them like 2 hours before, and it was kind of sort of getting interesting at the end, but no, it's just like the thing is that bugs me with Vigilantes is the fact that the main characters kind of suck.
Yeah.
Like they're just there. Like the plot goes around them. Like they're just fucking like was it just like anti-gravity just pushing it away. the plot just goes around them and just completely ignores them. So like 90% of the plot that's been happening to them is just them sorting out fucking idle idol shows. While all this other stuff's happening in the background. It's just like
The best couple of episodes were the ones based on Aizawa.
exactly.
And then the only way I can describe this show is because it was sold to me like Saul Goodman to Breaking Bad. Like it's a prequel to the show, but it happens was it that far in the past it doesn't really affect what happens in the main show. Only you're not basing it on Saul Goodman, you're basing it on the guy in the corner shop Walter White once bumped into. Yeah, we're gonna deal with the most boring characters going, and the funniest thing is there's a line Koichi says at the end of this last episode because they're wrapping everything up, and apparently he's like spoilers everybody, but he's basically saying about giving up the vigilante life, and he said this will be my final season, and I was like, I fucking hope so.
It's not.
I know it is, but I hope it's his final season.
I don't think they're halfway through the manga yet.
No, I think we've got another couple of seasons of this. Unfortunately, I'm hoping it gets better, but I doubt it.
I don't know. It's just I don't really know what much more they can do about it really, at this point. I think from Koichi's like perspective, they've basically just kind of covered anything they can do with him, really.
Yeah. So I've got nothing else on my Vigilante, so like you can sod off with that. That's done, dusted. Like I said, that's out of all of the winter season, I don't think anybody's going to disagree. It's not exactly an unpopular opinion, but like no, it's trash. It's trash. It's nothing, absolutely. Now the big question here is we have Fire Force, Hell's Paradise, and JJK as well. I'm thinking maybe Rooster Fighter and Demons of the Shadow Realm will leave till next pod. Possibly. Depending on how much time we've got. So, now this is a question is... I don't think there's any question, to be honest. I'm going to give everybody a spoiler warning now. I think JJK is just the peak. I think that was the best of the season.
Yeah,
That's
no contest. Absolutely no fucking contest.
Now, the big question is between Fire Force and Hell's Paradise. Because I'm going to be honest, because we are going to talk about them, because there is quite talk about with both of them, to be honest. But I want to say, I'm going to go with Fire Force's mid and Hell's Paradise's peak. Although I could fall in Hell's Paradise's mid. I'm kind of. Although to be fair, this last episode saved it.
I mean, I don't watch Fire Force, so I can't speak for that. But Hell's Paradise, yeah, I'd go for mid as well for Hell's Paradise.
So, which one should we talk about first?
I kind of want to get Fire Force out of the way because there's a lot to say about these last two episodes of the entire show. Because my God, it's in a fucking mindfuck.
So for this conversation, as always, Retro is on the sub bench, and Lazy will also be on the sub bench. So
well, actually, Retro can talk about this now, as he's been waiting years for us to actually get to the end of Fire Force.
Yeah.
As he's known, he has seen it.
And Lazy Beats is just gonna sit there and be confused, as he always done when we talk about Fire Force.
Gonna play on the Game Boy.
So to basically give sort of quick notes to Lazy Beats of what happens in the end of this. Basically, was it the main character decides to do the fusion dance with his brother and mother. Basically,
Princess makes gods.
Basically becomes a god and remakes the world into Soul Eater.
I just talk about these last two episodes as one big whole, to be honest, because you kind of can do. Talk about them as a one big whole. I'm gonna say, like, I was impressed with these two episodes, but not overly blown away. I like the conversation between before I crack on with that, was it Shinra Bansho Man looks fucking badass.
Yeah. For like a final form for a main character in anime, it's like it's kind of up there.
Yeah, it's really cool.
It's really impressive. It's just kind of weird though because they just pull out the whole soul resonance thing from Soul Eater out their asses. Which to be fair, it's not the first time they've done some crap like that in this show. Everything's just fucking been pulled out their ass. But it's just like, hey, let's just us three just like do a freeway fuse our souls together.
I found that so strange. I found that kind of threw me that like Shinra's mother just turned up out of nowhere, and it was like, oh yeah, I forgot you were a thing.
Yeah, not just like
because she exists.
Yeah, and it's such an odd thing because it's like if I recall correctly, it's her mind in her in her doppelganger's body.
Yeah, something like that. Some bullshit.
Yeah.
I liked the conversation they had about like hope and despair, and the fact that, like, to be honest, you can't live without one or the other. Well, that's what I got from it. I'm probably totally wrong because, like, as everybody knows with JJK, my comprehension's shit.
It's a very much balancing act because obviously, without despair, you can't. Without despair, you can't truly appreciate hope and everything else.
I find it interesting how, because Shinra remakes the world in like how he kind of sees it, and that's why it's all very sort of cartoony, and daft, and like. Although when you see some of the characters, because everybody who's died recently kind of comes back to life. So like Captain Obi, who had his throat slit in the previous episode, it's just there with like he's got like a little fucking eyes sticking out of his neck hole.
I found that so dark and uncomfortable that he just put his head back and just like.
But that's kind of the whole message of it because he's the thing. It's like because humanity's despair came from a fear of death, so he's basically made death to be this more friendly thing, friendly and familiar thing.
Not as, like he said, not as valuable, as he put it, not as central to everything.
Which kind of explains a lot because I remember watching Soul Eater way back when, because there's a guy early on, one of the teachers dies and comes back as a zombie, and no one bats an eye about it.
Well, I enjoyed this last episode, and it was nice kind of seeing like I felt it kind of wrapped up nicely. I didn't think everybody's going to come back to life and all that kind of stuff. It did feel very Disney, but like I really enjoyed it. I liked seeing Death come back from Soul Eater. Although So he's remade everything as it is, and then I do not know her name, the purple-haired girl, has decided that she wants to be with Shinra, and Iris wants to be with Shinra.
She's not even sure she wants Shinra. She basically because like, oh, Shinra's this hero now, and I want his baby.
Yeah.
I want to get that bag.
All I could think of in that moment was that was it Stan Smith? Was it bit on American Dad where he's like, don't say anything, just leave on the laugh. So jealous, bang, and headbutts the table. But I found it strange, and this is going to be spoilers for anybody who reads Four Nights of the Apocalypse, the Seven Deadly Sins continuation. There's a character in that has a love triangle, and he solves it by just going, why don't we just be polyamorous? Let's just be a throuple.
Are you telling me he tries the Commander Shepard?
And he pulls it off. He succeeds.
Oh, he had enough reputation points that.
Oh yes, he did. He was full renegade, full.
He had his speech skill set to 100.
Yes. The only thing is it's caused a lot of confusion with the fan base because the anime doesn't say that Soul Eater happens quite a far after all this. They kind of insinuate that it happens 30 years after.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of people hang on, why does nobody remember where's Obi, where's all these people in this time now?
Yeah, it's really bizarre because all it is like one panel in the manga that says that, and that's all you need. But they just completely decided, oh, no, we haven't got enough runtime, and this decided to have like 5 seconds on side saying, oh, sometime in the distant future, because it just completely threw me. Because it's like, how the fuck could this only be like 30 years after Fire Force? It makes no sense to me because they have like there's thousands of years of history in Soul Eater. It's like how do things go to shit so quickly?
But to be honest, it's kind of succeeded in sort of like making me want to rewatch Fire Force and Soul Eater again.
I really hope that the outcome of all this is that we get a Soul Eater remake, because while the original is good, it has that issue where it was on while the manga was still going, and he had to come up with his own ending, and the ending is dog shit.
The ending also and there's also bunches of bits and pieces of the filler, which when you get context later, you kind of realize, oh, hold the fuck on, this isn't right.
Yeah. In the end, they actually only adapted like a fraction of the whole Soul Eater manga, so it's just like there's a lot missing there. It's like no, this needs the full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood treatment now.
So with Fire Force, we're definitely saying it's mid, but what would you? I should have done this for Vigilantes actually. So we're saying it's mid, but for Fire Force, overall score out of 10, what would you give it for the whole final season? Because I'm gonna go with an 8. Because it was very clunky.
I'm quite surprised you've gone so high with
that.
Yeah, honestly, I gotta because me personally, I'm kind of leaning more towards 7 because
actually, you've talked me into it. I would say 7.
Yeah, because there's a lot of it is clunky, but again, it does have its moments, and I feel like it actually ends rather strongly.
Yeah,
a lot better than I've seen in recent years from shows.
But we had a weird way to get to the end. What would you give Vigilantes?
6. 6.
Oh, you're generous than me. I was going to give it a 3.
No. I've seen a lot worse.
And 3 is a point for every one of the Aizawa episodes.
No, Vigilantes is one of them. It's inoffensive. It's not terrible, but it's just kind of boring for the most part.
Completely offensive.
No, it's not. I've seen some insufferable fucking shit in the past. So
we have watched Togenanki. That is to be fair.
Yeah, I'd probably still rate this over Togenanki.
Right, with that, was it Lazy can come off the sub bench now, and we can talk about Hell's.
Tag me in.
Tag you in. We can now talk about Hell's Paradise.
Now I take Lazy's spot on the sub bench.
Yes. Swap around. So we're talking about
Voices.
we'll talk about episode 12, and then we'll talk about like what we just have done the series as a whole. But I'm not gonna lie, episode 12 kind of shocked me. I was not expecting to see 3 naked men. That's not what I signed up for.
Huh?
Episode 12, because it's like they all like it starts off and you've got was it fucking Toad, Captain Hook,
Oh
and
yeah,
Thingy
yeah.
all in their underwear, like washing themselves.
I was like, what kind of Hell's Paradise are you watching? I think you've not gone onto the right one.
You sods had me so worried then. I'm like, did I hallucinate?
Has he accidentally watched the porn one?
Yeah,
instead of
have I
the
clicked
one?
the wrong? I've been watching hentai this whole time.
Hentai Paradise. That's what you're
Yeah,
watching.
hentai paradise.
No, to be honest, I kind of blanked on. I sort of forgot a lot what happens. I think I just kind of lost all the blood to my body when Yuzuriya comes back and she's in the tight little martial arts.
I was so fucking happy when she came back because I, honest to God, thought you can even check the records, check the last pod. I even said to Mizu, I was fully convinced that she was dead. Fully, 100%.
Usually when someone's lying there with guts spilling out, they're usually dead. But if Invincible's anything to go by, that just doesn't mean anything.
There's so funny
just a flesh wound.
It's so funny because when she came back, it was like was it one of those Marvel audiences when a cameo turns up when I was at home and I was like, ah! And there's a clip from Friends when Monica turns around to Chandler and goes, my erection's back. Oh, honest to God, I was like, right, okay then. No matter what JJK or what anybody else does now, no, this is it. This is Risen Hell's Paradise. I'm happy now.
I don't know if you guys already probably spoke about this one on the previous pod, but were you mentioning about the blind, the Daredevil guy fighting the Tenzen as well?
Oh yeah, we did, yeah.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. What do you want to say about it? You can talk about it.
I just love it how well, you're calling him Daredevil, but I was thinking about who else does he remind me of? And now I don't know much of this character, but I was just thinking back to like the fighting games, like Soul Calibur. Is it that or not? And I was thinking, wait, Mortal Kombat. Oh yeah, Kenshi.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, shit.
And I love it how he's just like his mode of method of like fighting this Tenzen is like, I'll just keep cutting it. Like eventually it will stay cut.
Yeah. Eventually.
Like I've never heard of Roundup weed killer or anything. It just kills the weeds at the root. Can we just have him pull that out?
Just this poor image of like how we joked about was it Dragon Blade pulling his eye out. And instead of like he thinks he's fighting this Tenzen, he's not, he's just punching a wall. Just the thought of this poor blind guy thinks he's hacking away at a Tenzen, he's not, he's just lost in someone's yard.
Well, it's like basically with him and the other young kid with him, can't remember the name, but
child creature.
They're literally just doing the gardening, aren't they? He's cutting all the weeds, and then she would go around spraying the weed killer.
Yeah, you bring up a good point actually. Because I'm just thinking, if these things are like essentially just plants, couldn't you just throw some salt at it? Salt the earth.
Get some slugs. Just get a bunch of slugs everywhere.
We need an edit. We need an edit where he's supposed to be saying something, and we just replace the audio entirely with weed whacker sounds. Just
just an advert, just weed grow. You want to get rid of your weeds? Try Blind Swordsman. The
evergreen reliever, it's a lawn of your dreams.
We are not sponsored.
Or was it when it's when in that last episode it's when like it's just a shame because like Shugen and those shinobi all turn up, and I was like, I wish he was in more of the season because he is so badass. Like I know he's crying all the time, but it's like a crying rage. Like he's not like, I'm so sorry for my lost people. It's like, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
I find the idea that someone crying so hard that they're crying blood.
Yeah.
Because I don't think I've seen that since Sasuke.
I had a weird moment where it's like, You know, some people like there's a certain sound or there's a certain thing that just like calms them and soothes them. I don't know what it was. There was that split second where Shugen like kills all these people, kills all these like I can't remember whether it's like monsters or whatever. And then there's that really well animated bit where he flips the blade and knocks the blood off.
Oh yeah, that is so satisfying.
And I was like, I actually watched that twice. I'm like, what the fuck? That's 10 seconds.
This is our anime ASMR, is it?
Yeah. That's like, it was like,
Oh yeah. Flick
this
that
10
sheet.
seconds was better than season 4 of Invincible.
Oh yeah, wipe that blade.
And I was just like, I was so impressed with that. I'm like, that did not need to go so hard, but it did. And I am. The funny is as well is like there's
Excuse me, now that he's finished polishing, now that he's finished cleaning his sword, I now need a couple of minutes to go clean mine.
there's a bit where he meets Dragonblade and they have a split second animation where Dragonblade kind of freaks out because he can sense his murderous intent. And what made me laugh is when he does that flash to him going like, oh, and he goes like, goosebumps? And I was like, I didn't know goosebumps could roll down your pant leg. And then, the big, tall, fucking, gorgeous, blonde giant then rolls up on Yuzuria and Sagiri.
Oh.
And I think it's so funny because she whips out that book like it's a Pokédex. And it goes, sexy ninja. Battle type. And then, by the way, they did Yuzuria dirty because that picture was awful.
Oh yeah.
All I've heard, it just like she opens it open. It's just like flips through pictures of other like pen battles, like black cats in there, Catwoman.
Yurichi.
I really want to do. I can't do the Pokédex voice, but I really would love to do like, yes, Yuzuria. So was it 5 foot tall?
When close to
Poison
death,
type.
goes naked and spits on herself.
The Bonnie Blue type Pokemon.
Oh no.
I remember that when we did. Somebody was doing like. They've got Pokemon Sleep, and then they were doing something else, and somebody said, "Oh, can Pokemon do a Pokemon for declining birth rates, like Pokemon Coitus?" And I said, "Yeah, could you imagine that? Which version did you get? Did you get Red or Bonnie Blue?"
Speaking of Pokemon, do you not think that when Gabimaru came, from near death, and he just keeps getting healed every single time he gets attacked, they should just put the full restore sound effect on him.
I'm sure I said that in the last pod. It was so funny because he evolved. Someone gave him the Leaf Stone, and that's it. He's now.
He's got the curse mark from Naruto.
Yeah, he's gone from Gabimaru to Venusaur now. But I think it's weird because it's a weird episode to end it on. But I don't think there was no good segue into the next one. But other than I know how I'll end this. Sorry, go on.
I was saying I didn't realize until Mizu told me that was the finale. I was like, oh right, I was expecting at least, I thought one more because I think it was like 13 episodes or something on season 1, and this one's 12, so I automatically thought, well, it'll be 13 again or something. But
I did.
Yeah, it just felt like there was one more to be done.
And I thought, what a way to end the series on a big fat ginger penis.
Big dickhead.
Yeah, because it was like. To be honest, I just thought that was just a weird way to just sort of. It kind of just end. Just like, I'm just going to look at this big throbbing plant cock, and then that's it. We're done.
Yeah.
Is
it because you saw the head of the Tenzin crawling up towards it, and because there's only a head left, it's just blown that head up to be absolutely massive now?
I think it's because he connected to that Aubrey life-giving tree thing that was down there.
But because it was only a head left, that's all it's taken from. It's like, right, okay, let's just make you bigger. Like, let's just act like it's a Super Mario mushroom, and just made his head massive.
You know what?
Just like those. It just reminds me of those giant heads in Rick and Morty. The "Show me what you got."
Show me what you got. You know what? He should have stopped while he was ahead. Sorry, I'll leave. And this was Jagger
Yeah.
Jones' last podcast.
Yeah. It is an odd place to end it because it's like they've ended it in a way that kind of makes it seem like, oh, like there's one more episode, or at least like, oh, we're gonna have a core 2 of the season, but that's obviously not the case because I think Mappa would die.
Yeah. I think it's because of the way that the arc is. I think there was no natural way to sort of stop it because this is one long continuous. From what I've heard, this is the longest sort of like arc, and then I think there's maybe 1 or 2 more, and then that's it.
Have you
So I
read
think-
past this, Jagger Jones?
No, I was saying that before. I stopped. I think where I read up to. I think I read up to when Shugen turns up on the island, and then I didn't manage to just carry on reading it because I did thumb through it, and I did say on the last pod that I've realised they've done things out of sequence. So Gabimaru and Yuzuria actually happens before Dragonblade and Toadstool fight those two Senzen. So they've rearranged the order.
They don't separate the fight into like 2 episodes. They do all the fight in one go, then it goes to that. It doesn't like split it up.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't split up. It's like I think it's because I think they're the more intense fight, so I think they wanted to have that earlier in the season, and then leave this one to the sort of like the end.
Yeah.
But saying that, overall, Hell's Paradise, peak, mid, or trash. I think we said. Did we say mid or peak?
I would say mid, slightly going on peak because obviously there was nothing wrong with the season. I don't think it was as interesting as season 1, but it's just I don't know. I feel like JJK's kind of spoiled me for everything else this season. Let's be honest. I feel like it's just automatically knocked everything else down a few pegs.
What would you say, Lazy? Peak, mid, or trash?
Yeah, I mean, I started off with mid, but I'm thinking now, I'm remembering back to halfway through the season, and I absolutely loved it. So I think it started off mid for me, then it peaked midway through the season, and then it kind of dropped a bit down again back to mid. Because I loved that. I think the fun part that I enjoyed was I've got none of the names of it now, but like the samurai guy and the blonde kid versus the pink-haired girl.
Oh God,
I loved those episodes around that just because I loved her character because I thought it was just fucking really funny.
Oh, yeah.
I just loved it. Every interaction what they did in order to fight her and everything, but it was brilliant. But yeah, it stayed quite level. But yeah, I would say overall mid for season 2.
Lazy. No, sorry. Retro. We'll just pretend you agree with us. We'll just move on.
My friend, I do. I've not seen it.
I
mean,
I am going to say peak because it brought Yuzuria back. That's all I need. That's all the criteria I needed.
Yeah,
you got to see her tits this season. Is nothing else beats it?
I got a rise, so the ranking gets a rise. But for the season,
I will admit, Yuzuriha being in a Chinese dress this entire time does elevate it.
I love that you keep changing her costume all the way through it in this one as well.
And I am just very happy with that.
We're to keep their attention.
Yes.
What can we do?
Kept my fucking attention. Jesus.
Give them more costumes.
What was it? So the whole season.
well, we're looking for a film time.
The whole season out of 10, what are you giving it, Mizu?
I'm gonna give it a 7.5.
Oh, okay. Okay. Might need to give you a slight stab when I see you, but all right, okay, we'll give you that. Lazy?
Despite my mid comments, I would still give it a strong 8.
Okay.
I think it still was really good. I just didn't fully enjoy it all the way through.
Completely lack of taste, but I got to see Azuria's tits, so it's a 15 out of 10 for me. I mean, she was bleeding out. It's the wrong time to have an erection, but still, for her. But what was it? No, I'm gonna say. I'm gonna have to say a 7. I am gonna have to
I'm sorry. I get stabbed for having a slightly better opinion of it than you do.
Yeah, you do. That's the thing. Like, it's only my opinion that matters. What was it? I'm gonna say. I do kind of want to say 8, but again, I don't think I think because it ends on such like a random note. I can't give it any more than that, but I do think it was I do think it's better than season 1.
Well, this is why I kind of went with 7.5 because I feel like 7 is too low and 8 is too high.
Yeah, no, I agree with you there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So to kind of wrap this up, and it'll probably wrap this up really quickly. But of course, the winner of the season, and I don't think anybody that's talking about anime would disagree, but it's going to be JJK.
Yeah, boy.
Lazy, did you watch the last episode?
Yes. Hell yeah.
What did you think of that last episode?
You know what's crazy is I read the manga as well, and I read up to exactly where the season ends, which I find unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah, reading it was fucking amazing. I thought this is going to be so good to see like animated, and then when I saw it animated as well, I was like blown away even more.
Yeah.
I think it's because of
So
I don't know
good.
why, but like little things like seeing where they're fighting just in the open like city as well was like I just love seeing like stuff like that, and it just makes it really enjoyable to watch. But yeah, like they just keep going and going and going with it, don't they? Like I don't know how. I forgot his name now, even though I've been thinking about him. Yuzi, yeah, the whole time. Like he's just one after another, isn't he? Fighting like he's got like first off he takes care of the the old. You don't see much of that. You see him literally.
Yeah, Daruv is it? Daruv or something is it? Yeah.
He takes out Gandhi.
Yeah. Then he's on to like the bug guy from like Men in Black.
The bug guy.
Yeah. And then he's got the freeway battle, isn't he? But it was amazing.
That still confused me because I was listening because Otaku's Anonymous reminded me of it of the woman who can control the sky, and it's like you're not controlling the sky, are you? It's when she's in that building and she goes like, "I'm controlling the sky." Like you're inside, love. There's no sky.
Yeah, it's kind of a misnomer because it technically is called sky manipulation, but really it's just like air manipulation would probably be a bit better and more example because she's just like she can basically manipulate fucking reality.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah.
But
didn't you post something recently to say that the voice actor for that was same one as Hinata?
Yeah, the Japanese voice actress for it is Hinata's, which I never would have fucking guessed.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Huh? Interesting.
Yeah, it's like fucking hell. She's come out of her shell, isn't she?
Yeah, she's had enough of Naruto. Like it's like that's it. I'm branching out now.
It's like oh you prefer the pink haired girl? Well, guess what? I'm gonna be a pink haired girl now.
We had this problem last pod as well because there's not much to say about JJK as far as I'm concerned because it's like there's only so much glazing. There's only so much glazing before you ruin the thing you're glazing. To be honest. I will say
it's less the thing and less the donor and more just icing.
I think Ryu puts it the best. It's just like I think it's just thank you. Not that Ryu shit. I think he puts it best with just simply was it thank you, I'm full.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, that fucking tickled me. That like Ryu said, Hadouken!
Well, he fucking spams his technique like Hadouken. I can honestly say that.
Yeah.
If it works, it works.
Does make me think of Johnny Bravo.
It just works.
Was it? I saw a clip the other day. I think this is true, but the dub's come out. He's been voiced by Alex Lee. I think he's been voiced by the guy who does Zenitsu and Sin Jung Woo's voice.
Huh? Really?
Yeah. I'll have to double check it, but I'm sure that's what it was.
Well, I've seen the clip dubbed of when they do the freeway domain expansion.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think it quite hits the same
Freeway
as it does
domain
in Japanese.
expansion sounds like a deep dive Pornhub search.
I think it's just like sometimes these things obviously in Japanese just sound way better. Because I mean, it's like, did you know that in English, JJK means it's sorcery fight?
Yeah.
Can you imagine if they called it that? It would not have anywhere near as much
I would.
success if
I
it was
don't
called
know.
sorcery fight.
I would have loved it if it was called Wizard Punch.
If it's called sorcery fight, it sounds like Harry Potter having a schoolyard tiff.
I'd have loved it if it was called Alaka Twat.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like Myoi Tenkai sounds so much better than Domain expansion, isn't it? You know, it's like if instead of Bankai, they said full release.
Full release.
Oh
sounds...
my.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
no.
that's literally what it is.
That's what I did when Yuzuru came back. I opened my own Bankai. I full released. So as we've already said, JJK peak of the season. Out of 10, what are you giving it, Mizu?
I honestly like 10 doesn't seem like enough.
Give it a bit more than a 10 if you want.
Because overall, I don't think there was a bad episode among it.
No,
Arguably, you could say the Tengen episode with the
no, that's still good as well.
Yeah, that's still great. That's still a great episode. Still brilliantly animated and stuff like that. You know, it's just a lot. You know, it's a lot of talking and like compared to the action episodes. But honestly, out of the, and like you have two. You know, obviously every episode is fantastic, but like there's two as well that are like absolute standout episodes. Like some of the best of animation I've ever fucking seen. Like arguably some of the best episodes of anime in fucking history with the whole with Maki's episode and the Sendai Colony episode.
Yeah.
Honestly, I cannot get on my knees and glaze this thing enough. You know, there was not enough saliva in my mouth to lubricate that.
You are getting very graphic with this today.
There is no other way to describe it. There is no other way to describe it. Because I didn't think it could get any better than the Shibuya arc. I didn't think it could get any better, and I was so wrong.
I am tied between this Yuta episode and the Maki one. I think the Maki one is top for me, and this Yuta one is very close behind.
It could honestly go. I'd argue the Maki one has I like that because this one is just straight up action. This is just not, but it's absolutely fucking phenomenal action.
Yeah, I was waiting for the Maki one like Deku when he's a kid, you know, in front of the screen looking at All Might. Like I was cannot wait for the Maki episode. I know it delivered.
So what would your what's your rating out of 10 then, Lazy?
Definitely, yeah, 10 out of 10. Give it more if you can.
Yeah, I don't think I want to give it a 10. No, actually, I might be a bit controversial. I give it a 9. But the thing is like I've enjoyed this season. Like I said, I've fallen off JJK to the point that like the ending, and I'll say it repeatedly. I know I'll probably keep saying this, and people get sick of me saying it, but the ending of this manga really put me off the rest of the series. But watching the anime, because the anime is so much better than the manga, has made me like JJK sort of again, and I'm enjoying the hype once again. So I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. But that's just me being a bit conservative. You know, I do agree with everything that everybody's saying, but I do think it deserves to be like the best of this winter season. So I think we'll leave it there. Like that's all of our rankings. We don't have time to do Rooster Fighter and Demons of the Shadow Realm, but we will have it next time. So, is there anything else anybody wants to say, or shall we call it quits here?
I think you, me, and the entire JJK fandom is going to end up having a three-way fight in the street next time.
A three-way domain expansion. No, I'll give it a 10. I don't know why I said 9. I'll just give it a fucking 10. I'm not afraid of anybody, but I'll just give it a 10. Why not? Give it that extra point.
So everyone could put the pitchforks down.
The only reason, I'll be honest. All right, I'll be honest with you all now. Before we finish this up, the only reason I gave it a 9 was because there was no Yuzuriya boobs in JJK. I know that's not possible. That's not fair on JJK, but that's the truth. Okay. Anyway, so with that said, we will catch you on the next one. Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.